All right, good evening. It's now probably Tuesday, but it was Monday, day 30, 75 hard. I know Andy and his wife Emily started day one today. Um, I guess technically I could follow along with them and go 75 full days, finish up phase one when they're finishing up. Unfortunately, I made plans well ahead of this. And part of the reason I started 75 hard when I did is so that I would end prior to my daughter's 13th birthday, and I'm going to spend some quality time with her and have a really nice day. It's going to fall right there in kind of the middle of what would be phase one, so I'm just, there's no reason to do that. You know, I can always start up again beginning of November, which is what my plan was. I am going to finish up 75 hard though today, day 30. Just like every other day, took it one task at a time. I was really tired this morning, so I slept and ended up doing my first workout sometime around noon to 1. Fortunately, we had a big storm in the area, and I managed to get out there when it was really nice, but not too hot. And, you know, before the storm hit. And it just was a really good ruck. Felt really good afterwards, did 3.5 miles, pushed a little bit past the 45 minutes. I think I was somewhere around 55 minutes. But it just felt good, and I wanted to keep going. I thought briefly about pushing out and just going to 5, going to 6, maybe 7, I don't know. But I changed my mind. I didn't feel like doing that. I didn't go all on that today because that's something I do want to push for on Friday. And I've got to get that workout in early, so on Friday. So that's kind of the goal there. I want to get that workout in early and then knock out my second workout before I have to go into work later in the evening. Diet-wise, tried a new snack today. I liked it. It's a decent balance of carbs and fats, but still having trouble like finding enough fats. Like I tend to eat pretty lean protein when I do eat. You know, when I'm eating my protein, it tends to be mostly just protein, very, very little fat, and very, very little carb. So I have to find other sources to get those carbs and fats. And carbs is pretty easy, whereas fats, it's hard to find a source with fats and not a lot of carbs. Because I even looked up, I was like, well, maybe avocados. Avocado's got a shit ton of carbs in it. I don't know, I'm still working on that. Reading wise, I think I know I got my 10 pages. I had a little bit more, but I read a little bit more than a chapter and into another chapter in the 32 principles. I'm still letting it kind of ruminate on me. It's not the worst book I've ever read, but as far as actionable information, it is pretty lacking. And you know, I mean, some of it's pretty good. Like today, I did the creation principle is what I think I ended on, and I was kind of in the middle of it, but that one actually made pretty decent sense. The pyramid principle was okay. Just the application to life kind of was a little wonky. So it's all right. Not the best book I've ever read. I thought, at least from a beginning of the book standpoint, Breathe by Hickson was way better. Uh, what else? Second workout, I did Arnold's Pump Club workout for today, his workout of the week. It was another circuit, and it was pretty ass-kicking today. Like, it was tough. I did have to look up some of the exercises, because I didn't know what the hell they were. I was a little disappointed in myself with one, in like the third circuit. There's inchworms on one of them, and I don't have a whole lot of room to like inchworm up and down my space here, so I was having to inchworm down, inchworm back, like kind of go forward and then backwards. And the first round I kind of psyched myself out for some reason and ended up doing like the bare minimum number of reps. So I made sure to push a little bit more the second time. I was just like, but that entire second round, I was just disappointed that I didn't push harder on that first. So when I got to the end, I did burpees, and I was like, you know what, one more. Let's do one more thing, one more set of 10, one more set of 10. I ended up making it to 60 burpees, which not great, but I did it in like, I think 7 minutes. So like, I think I can push a little better than that. I was feeling pretty good towards the end. I really think I could probably do 10 a minute. So it's something I kind of want to push for. I want to see, like, can I actually do 100 burpees in 10 minutes, in under 10? I think I can. I don't see why not. You know, because it doesn't take me much more than 30 seconds to rep out 10 burpees. You know, something I thought of when I was doing them is, you know, every time I mentioned to like somebody in person that I'm doing burpees, they're constant. Like, every single person I talk to says, "Oh, I hate burpees." Well, I don't like them. They're not like my favorite thing in the world. It's not like I'm eating burpee ice cream or something. No, I do it because I want to be a badass. I mean, let's just break it down. It's like, burpees are like, what they create from doing them is awesome. So, you know, you kind of have to surrender to the process of doing it, though. And that was what came to me, is like, as I was actually listening to the song Surrender, and I was like, you know, you have to surrender to the process. You have to just do the work. You know, it's like, that's what it takes. If you surrender to the process and you repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat, the results will come, and it's the results that you want will come. So that's what I'm after. It's like, I'm not trying to like be Mr. Olympia or anything. I want to be able to have my body perform and do the things that I need to do, and be able to have resilience. And, you know, if I get into a car accident or something like that, as you know, barring it, you know, having a large piece of metal or something jammed through part of me, you know, that I'll be able to physically kind of withstand the forces, you know, of a small impact or something like that. If I get punched, if I get tackled, thrown to the ground, you know, that those impacts aren't going to damage me to the point that I won't be able to continue doing things on a day-to-day basis. And so that's why I do this, because, you know, it's kind of the world that I've lived in as a martial artist for the last couple of years, or, you know, 20 years, the last 20 years. actually 20 years this month, is when I joined the Atlanta Martial Arts Center in Woodstock, and I just ran with it. And, here I am, but I never really understood the importance of surrendering to the process of putting in the work every day, of tracking what you're doing, making sure that the food you're putting into your body is fueling the results that you're after. And, it sucks that it took me 19 years to figure that out, or really 20 years to figure it out, I guess, because this is my 20th year. But it's the truth. It is what it is. But anyways, it was a good workout, and I felt really good afterwards. So, I just encourage you, if you're working out and you get a little discouraged, finish up with some burpees and push yourself. Like if you're like, oh, I got to 2 and my timer went off, do one more. Just do one more set. It'll take you, a minute at most. One more extra set, and you'll start to see results. Maybe not the first day, second. It might take you 20, 30 days, but you will, if you keep doing one more, you will realize sometime in there that you're able to do more before the timer goes off, number one, and then you kind of start wanting to do that last one, that one more. It's like, okay, here we go. Let's get one more. And I heard Ed Milet talk about that, and I've read his book. I read it before doing 75 Hard, so actually it was one of the habits that I picked up before really anything else was reading. So I've got a stack of books that I've read since last October, when I kind of made the commitment to at least get started. And that was one of them, The Power of One More. So, yeah, just try it. That's all I can say. And, if you want good, solid results, burpees is a hell of a way to get there. And yeah, they suck. And no, they're not fun. But the results that they achieve are fun. And like when you look in the mirror after you, like I have a mirror that's right, it's like kind of across from where I'm sitting right now. And that's when I do burpees. I get up, I look in that mirror, and I'm like, fuck yeah. And excuse the language, but that's how it feels. It's like, yeah, get some. So, just I highly encourage burpees. That's kind of it. It's day 30, though. I guess that's exciting. Tomorrow's the next day, though. So tomorrow I'll get started. We'll see how this rain holds up. I don't know what's going to happen. I know that I've got to work tomorrow a little bit. So I'm not really looking forward to having to deal with doing a workout when I get home from work. So I would like to get my workout in early, but we'll see. Like I said, we've had a pretty bad storm. We've got that hurricane that's coming from the Gulf Coast. It's supposed to be kind of going across us. I don't know where it is. I haven't really looked at the Weather Channel. So, but anyways, thank you. Again, thank you for watching. I hope something in all of this nonsense is giving you some kind of help in watching. And if you feel like there's something that I can do to help you, I would love to. Just follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is in the description. uh, yeah, oh, what, man, I had a little brain fart there. Uh, like and subscribe, and share this stuff with somebody that you think it might help. If you think somebody else might find it interesting or helpful, you know, share it. Uh, and comment if you want to. I was kind of cool. I saw, I actually got my first comment today, and I was like stoked about it. So, um, I had a comment to my kids. I was like, yeah, clout chasing. Um, and they just rolled their eyes and shook their head at me. But, it is what it is. What can I say? It's kind of fun. But, real quick share, because I promised I would do this. First off, level 1. This is what I've been talking about as far as protein-wise, helping me meet my protein goals. This one and this one. So, my post-workout stack, Formula 1 and Ignition. This right here is what is allowing me to push and get through those workouts twice a day, and not have to do lots and lots of recovery workouts. I am able to push every single day because of those two things. Lastly, and unfortunately I don't have all 3 of them, but here's 2. My nighttime routine, OptiReds. I do OptiReds, OptiGreens is the other one, and magnesium. And those 3 things are fantastic for making up for any lack that I have from, fruits and vegetables. And the magnesium's fantastic for keeping my muscles from cramping up, and just helping promote that recovery overnight so that I get good rest, and when I wake up in the morning, I'm ready to rock and roll. The last thing is creatine. I usually do that with my post-workout, but every now and then I take a different pre-workout, and it's got creatine in it, so I don't add that to my post-work. So I know some people like taking it before, some people like taking it after. I tend to take it after, but sometimes I do it before. So it has its benefits both ways. I think I feel like a little bit more of a pump, I guess, when I do it before. But that is all. So I'll throw a link to the 1st Phorm page in there. Also I'll throw a link to the app as well in the description. Check that stuff out. You don't have to use me as a coach in the app, but if you do follow my link, it'll connect you to me. But if you're like, hey, I want to try somebody different, then I can help you get somebody that's different than me. It's no offense to me at all. So, anyways, thank you, and I hope you have a wonderful evening and a great next day. Get out there, pay your dues, and stack W's. Just trust the process, and you will find the results.